All right, live YouTube, live, plant your face in a pie. Oh, look who's here. Ushers, bring him down, put him in the front row. He beat Kathy in. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ron beat Kathy in today. Man, she's always first. All right, come on, ushers. Go find some people in the back there and get them seated. So far, you guys are doing nothing. All right, ushers, bring Kathy down and put her next to Ron, who beat her in today. Ron's probably doing handstands right now. Come on, ushers. Linda got to be back there in the back somewhere. There she is. Bring her down. Put her on the other side of Ron. Look at that. Ron's right in there. Oh, man, that lucky guy. Sitting between them two gorgeous women. Let's get things rolling. With great anticipation, broadcasting from the station of WDWL TV's basement storeroom, we bring you the pride of the station. Oh, me, the grumpy old man. And idiot is still with his unfair to vulture sign, so who gives a shit? So, man, how's everybody doing? I've been cooking here today, and I don't mean barbecue. I'm trying to keep the sweat off my head. God damn. It's 91, but with the humidity, it's like Arizona temperatures here in Cleveland. I'll tell you what, I had a shit load of stuff I had to get done today, and unfortunately, by the time I got in here to get things rolling, I forgot to dig back in the goddamn storeroom and get the patriotic mic, so I guess we'll have it tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Everybody was looking forward to it. Me too. I had to put my window air conditioner in my bedroom. And it took a little longer than I thought. It seems like every year that son of a bitch gets heavier. I don't know. I never knew an air conditioner to gain weight. Only 97 today. Well, they're saying with the humidity that it actually feels like 101 in Cleveland. It was so hot here today, I was watching birds soak their worms in the cold water in the bird bath before they ate them. Yeah, we're not supposed to have rain here for a while. And the temperatures are all going to be roasting, and I've got shit to take care of. You know, it never fails. I look forward to this time of the year, but not with this humidity. This is the fourth headband in a couple hours. Yeah, see, I got fans moving air through the house. The only room I need the AC in is my bedroom. And of course I wait until the hottest goddamn day, to put the AC in the window. And then I got goofy windows. Between the window ledge in the house and then the triple track, there's about 3 inches difference. So I have a big 4x4 that sets inside the window gully, so it raises the air conditioner up. I don't know where I put that. I looked all over the goddamn house because I can't put the air conditioner in without that piece of wood. I found it in the closet, covered up. I'm looking all over the place. I don't know why I do things like I do. Yeah, I was sweating like a whore in church putting that air conditioner in. Like I say, I went through 3 of these. I ordered these off of Temu. They were 2 for $1. I ordered 4. I should have ordered 10. They're really nice and they're washable. And they really absorb, because not having any hair, I sweat, oh man. And I'm drinking this shit, water, but I have to hydrate. Blah. Blah. But coffee is like the worst thing you can drink. So I had my morning cup, and I've been drinking water all day. Do we know what today is? Take a guess. What is today? Nobody guesses. Nobody knows what today is. It's World Rainforest Day. It's Sunday. Okay. It's also World Rainforest Sunday. Yeah, like we give a shit. World Rainforest Day. There's your worthless fucking trivia for today. So, I take it the team is running so far an undefeated season. Is that right, Kathy? So far, undefeated? That was last week, Ron. Take your pet to work day. Yeah. I brought my cat in here while I was doing stuff on the computer, so I guess that counts as... Oh, here we go. National Onion Ring Day. Oh. I got a vulture in my throat. Let's hope. I know we're asking a lot, but let's hope it's an undefeated season. That would be outstanding. Yeah, Linda, if they'd stop cutting it down, Jesus Christ. I realize, people need housing and shit, but can't you figure out somewhere else to get trees from? And then there's some special tree in the rainforest that they boil the wood down and they make drugs out of it. Game tomorrow? Okay, we'll be expecting a play-by-play, or at least keep us posted every now and then. Oh, geez, national kissing. Oh, Ron. Where do you find all this shit? No, Linda, they don't care. It's money. That's all they care about. Making a few bucks. Let's cut down 100, 110-year-old trees. National Chocolate Eclair Day. Oh, jeez. Ron, you're losing it, buddy. I've never seen it, Kathy. I've never seen it. Monday is free day. And if you don't get in line like at 6 o'clock in the morning, you don't get in. I don't know how many Mondays I've gone down there and the traffic is across the bridge all the way back to 71. I mean, I'd love to see it, but I'm cheap. Because my friend was telling me every day, I can't remember, like noon, 1 o'clock, they all gather in the rainforest area and they release the newly hatched butterflies. Yeah, I was reading an article where they get the eggs. I'll call them eggs. And they mount them to pins in hatching boots. And it showed the girls, they had like 50 cocoons. And they glue them to pins, and then they put them in these hatching boots. And then when they hatch, they put them in this big screen thing, and they wheel it into the rainforest, and they open it up, and all the butterflies go everywhere. And they land on people, and I would love to be there and see that. But I can't afford the entrance fee. So Monday is free day, and you can't. You're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Well, you might be getting some rain to cool you down. Oh, is that what it is? I knew it was I didn't know they got quinine from it. I thought they got illegal drugs out of it. Yeah, they're cutting down trees that are 100 years old, 150 years old. It's sad. I was watching. You wouldn't want to see me. I was sitting here without a shirt, trying to cool down before showtime, and I was watching Judge West. And boy, I'll tell you what, when that judge drops the hammer, she drops the hammer. And I don't understand why when people get in front of a judge, they talk like they've got shit in their mouth. And she had to keep telling me, speak up, speak up. She was telling people, use your outside voice. If it was me, I'd tell them, take the shit out of your mouth. Now, say something. Oh, Linda, I got something to show you. Hang on. I just remembered. Now I don't want to hang myself with all these cables. Oh. Here is the red one. I almost forgot. I brought it in here first thing this morning. So I have another red one ordered that is similar. So I'm going to have two with coconut trees. This one's a little more fancy. And then I got the other red one coming. And I have it looks like a safari shirt. And then I've got the Japanese one coming. The only problem is I don't have anywhere to wear them. Big deal, wear them to see a doctor. But the Japanese shirt, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. It should be here in about a week and a half. It cleared customs, and it's supposedly at the airport. Of course, it leaves that airport, it gets in here, then it's got to go through customs again. That's what I'm planning on doing, Linda, but which one? I'm leaning towards the green one. I figured wear the green one to my therapist and then wear the red one to my primary care. Maybe it'll distract him a little bit from my cholesterol. Although, maybe I should wear an offensive t-shirt and that'll really distract him. Then today, oh man. I know I'm going to get an ass chewing from my primary care. I get an ass chewing from my buddy's wife. Her and I dated through middle school and up until 11th grade. And we've stayed in touch ever since. So it's like having another wife. She would chew in my goddamn ass. Wear the red one? All right. I'll wear the red one to my therapist and I'll wear the green one to my primary care. Or I'll wear the green one to my next therapy appointment. I'll let him see the red one, and then I'll let him see the green one. And then by then, maybe the Japanese one will be here. And that'll give us something to talk about for our hour. Yeah, he'll be shocked if I come in that shirt because I've been wearing all my offensive t-shirts. Hey, look who's here. Glock is loaded. And my Taurus is loaded, so we're both ready to go. Pardon me. Welcome, Glock. I was going to use that as my other screen name. Taurus loaded. Everybody be like, what? You got a Ford Taurus and it's loaded? No, I don't have a Ford Taurus. I have a Taurus. a G2C. And it figured, after I bought the G2C, the G3C went on sale. I haven't seen Glock around in ages. Although I haven't really, haven't been in Stone Vet's chat or G2's chat. I'm getting lazy. Red one to therapist, green one to primary care. All right. It works for me, Linda. I'll do it. Maybe by then, the other red one will be here. And then you can tell me which of the two red ones to wear. God, I can remember when my uncle would come to visit. He was a lifer in the Navy. And for a long time, he was stationed in Hawaii. And every time he would come to visit, his whole suitcase would be full of Hawaiian shirts. I told him, I said, boy, you're a real standout around here. Yeah, the last 4 years before he retired, he was stationed out at Pearl Harbor. Yeah, he did, I want to say 34 years in the Navy. He loved it. My aunt didn't like it so well, but especially if they'd ship out for like 6 months, But she finally got used to it. Because they owned a really nice house out in California. I'm trying to think where. Solana Beach. Yeah. Solana Beach. Solana, Solana Beach. And the house sat at the end of a cul-de-sac. And the way the house was positioned, when you sat in the living room, all you saw was ocean. Yeah, they sent me a shitload of pictures. Because my uncle owned the lot on either side of the house. And, God, people drove him crazy wanting to buy them lots, you know. And one lot was fruit trees. And the other lot was all avocado trees. I have not heard from Nomad in ages, Kathy. Although I haven't emailed him much because, you know, every time I'd email him, he'd say he was busy. So I kind of stopped emailing him. I think he gave up on me. And Neckbeard, we haven't heard from Neckbeard lately. And Mears. So, you know, I don't know what's going on. Holy shit. Really? Wow. Yeah, Kathy, I don't know. Maybe he's really, you know, that busy at work. Nobody's seen him. So I don't, maybe I should, you know what, I'm going to email him in the morning. He was over in G2's chat. I think I'm going to email him just to check up on him. There is a YouTuber called Captain Steve. He does some very interesting, he's an airline pilot and does some very interesting commentary. He was telling a story. He was to be the first officer on the plane that, the first plane that hit the towers. He was up for that flight the next morning. And at the last minute, he got bumped by a more senior pilot who wanted to go home. And we all know the rest of that story. But Steve was to be the first officer on that flight. And he got bumped a couple hours before it was time for him to leave to go to the airport. You talk about luck. Yeah, Ron, but I like the way he does his commentaries. I really do. and he never mentions it, but, you see all the Southwest Airlines planes, behind him. So you know what airline he flies for. But talk about unbelievable to get bumped at the last minute. Oh, Kathy, I'm just poking fun. I know. I know he's too loyal to do that. But usually if I make that remark, I find out that he listens because he'll pop in the next, watch, tomorrow night he'll pop in, I'm here. Kind of get his goat a little bit. Yeah, he was left for a reason. It wasn't his time. But he explained how bad he feels because he knew the other pilot. They were friends. And that pilot happened to live in New York. It just... That's like... You talk another one that it wasn't her time. My buddy's daughter worked for an insurance agency. And their office was like on the 80th floor of the first tower. And she missed her train that morning. Her cab picked her up late. And by the time she got to the train station, the train had just left. Yeah, Ron, he explained that. He said he basically was in a bit of depression for quite a while. Although, you look on the other hand, he wasn't flying that plane either. Yeah, by 5 minutes, my buddy's daughter missed her train. Because she'd have been up on the 80th floor. As a matter of fact, she got there right as the tower started to come down. She wasn't at the tower, but she saw it. So there's two people that it wasn't their time yet. There's a lot of those stories about 9/11. Gee, you know, the Blues Brothers movie turns 45 this year. It's hard to believe that movie came out 45 years ago. I was reading a little article about it this morning. There's another bit of worthless trivia. Reading that article made me feel old. I'm like, geez, I remember when that movie came out. It's right after that movie came out, all of a sudden around Cleveland you saw bars changing their name to Blues Brothers Bar. There was one not that far away from me. Then it changed to something. I can't remember what the hell the name of the place is now. I think there was a franchise. Because they had some, in the article, they had some snippets of the movie. Made me miss John Belushi even more. Oh, God, I love that guy, especially on Saturday Night Live. I like the routine that he would do, Samurai Chef. Or cheeseburger, 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 cheeseburger. Yeah. Cheeseburger. No fries, chips, no Coke, Pepsi. And then Seinfeld. No soup for you, the soup Nazi. Yeah, poor George didn't get his soup. He was complaining, hey, that guy got bread. I didn't get no bread. Whew. No soup for you. And then Kramer had to intervene so that George could get soup. Boy, there's a guy that ruined his career. Kramer. One slip of the tongue and his career was done. Just that fast. Got blacklisted immediately. Christ, he couldn't get work in the middle of the desert playing for a barload of scorpions. I used to drink Pepsi all the time. Actually, let me take that back. I drank RC Cola. And then it got to be a point you couldn't find it around here for a while. So I switched to Pepsi. And then from Pepsi, I went to Schweppes Ginger Ale. And then by accident, I went to Seagram's. And I've been Seagram's Ginger Ale drinker for years now. And every time they get a goddamn pop delivery up at my little corner store, the goddamn delivery driver brings about 3 bottles. You know, I never drank Coke. I used to clean my car battery terminals with it. It worked real well. Pour a little Coke on your battery terminals, a little brush, a little rinse. Perfect. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Every time I go to the store, I want to try some RC Cola again. Now that the store carries it. Except it's just a little end cap. Little 4-foot end cap. That's all they get. Because they don't want to, they don't want to pay. You go down the pop aisle and 20 feet are Pepsi and then 20 feet are Coca-Cola and then 10 feet is 7-Up and then the 4-foot end cap RC. Because, see, Coke and Pepsi pay that big money for that shelf space. And poor 7-Up keeps getting cut. Yeah, it's a 50-foot aisle. So, 20-foot Pepsi, 20-foot Coke, 10-foot 7-Up, and then the end cap 4-foot RC. And then you go the next aisle over and it's 560 different varieties of water. And what a lot of people don't know is most of them fancy waters are tap water, just ultra filtered. People think, oh, there's some water that came, out of the Andes Mountains. No. It's tap water. Run through reverse osmosis filtering. I don't go into Dollar General much. The only time I go into Dollar General is to get chocolate mint ice cream. And I can't remember the name. I think it comes in a brown round container. Mint chocolate chip. That's the only thing I go in there for. Otherwise, I'm down at Dollar Tree. Edie's. Thanks, Kathy. I knew you would remember. I think that's the best mint chocolate chip ice cream out there. And I've had a lot of mint chocolate chip. But Edie's, oh, that ice cream kicks ass, man. I've never tried any other flavor except mint chocolate chip. And Dollar General's the only place I can get it because Gigantic Eaglet don't carry it. See, like with Dollar Tree, I know 90% of the items are $1.25. You go into Dollar General, you get screwed sometimes if you're not paying, close attention to the prices. To me, Dollar General and Family Dollar are almost the same. That's your favorite flavor? Oh, yeah. Edie's is killer. Because believe me, I've tried just about everyone out there. And you know it's good because a lot of time you can't find it. It got to be the point I asked the manager at Dollar General, when do you get your ice cream delivery? Tuesdays. What time? Noon. How long does it take to get it out in the cooler? Couple hours. Okay. I come in around 4 o'clock. There we go, Edie's. I usually buy 2 or 3. Something I don't dare tell my goddamn primary care doctor. Oh, I can see. List all the foods and everything you eat. I'll make a big list. And he'll go, nope, 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 nope. I'm like, gee, Doc, what do I get to eat? Crackers and water? Yeah, I dread that appointment. Bad enough I know I'm going to get my ass chewed out by the doctor. My buddy's wife chewed my ass for half an hour. I was like, all right, I get the point. I feel sorry for her husband. She rules the roost on food in that house. I think every now and then he might sneak out, binge on some Lawson's Chip Dip. Yeah, she was telling me she gets low sodium turkey, and I can't remember what brand Swiss cheese. And she takes a piece of lettuce, a piece of turkey, and the Swiss cheese, and makes roll-ups. And that's what he gets for lunch. Here's your turkey roll-ups, dear. And they eat a lot of salmon. Now, I don't mind salmon, but they go overboard. I think they eat salmon like twice a week. And then she gets skinless chicken breasts and bakes them. And then steamed vegetables. I'm like, oh man, poor guy. I said, does he ever get a steak? Oh no, we don't like red meat. I think when she goes to get her hair done, he sneaks out and has a T-bone somewhere. Yeah. Turkey, cheese, and lettuce roll-ups. Hey, Mrs. M is here. How are you doing? Got to see you pop in. I think I can quit looking for like a ninja for a while here. Oh, that feels better. Oh, a little air in my head. Has the rain hit yet, Linda? To cool things down? It's still 91 outside. Jesus. Good thing I got my air conditioner going. My bedroom will be nice and be nice and cool. Then once I have it cooled down, I just put it on medium fan, and I'm good. On the way to California, really? Well, it cooled off there too, huh? Ron said it cooled off a little bit where he's at. How long is he going to be gone, Mrs. M? Is he cranking an 18-wheeler? Every 2 weeks. Whoa. Yeah, I can see how that would get to you. Does he drive an 18-wheeler? Oh, you got a metal roof. Oh, man, that's like bacon in an oven. Wow. I had a friend that used to move. Oh, I'll tell you what, you talk somebody that had a gravy job. He got hooked up with a government contract. Oh, Jesus. Some women just never give up. Gotta just keep squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. My buddy's brother hauled jet engines for the military. Get this, he would pick them up in Norfolk and he would take them out to San Diego where they repaired them. There were times they would tell him, don't bother dropping the trailer. They go out, untarp them jet engines, fix them, put the tarps back on and say, okay, take them back. He made good money. Never had to touch a thing. They loaded them, they unloaded them, they tarped them, they did everything. But that was his trip. Norfolk to San Diego, back to Norfolk, back and forth, back and forth. And he said a lot of times they wouldn't even unload them off the trailer. They'd tell them, back into the hangar, go get something to eat. When you come back, they'll be ready to go. Well, fingers crossed, Mrs. M. Hope everything finally gets done. Because unfortunately, it's just wasted money paying that lawyer. Wasted money. Right, Linda. They don't realize that. They're like, oh, I'm getting back at him. Yeah, not really. Yeah, before my buddy's brother got the job hauling jet engines, he was hauling exotic cars. And he said it was amazing how many exotic cars are floating around America. He had one guy that was, I think he was out in Montana. And he had a really expensive Ferrari. And twice a year, he would have that Ferrari shipped to New Jersey. Because in New Jersey was like the best Ferrari mechanic on earth. Good, Mrs. M. I hope this clears it all up once and for all. Sounds like the judge has had enough bullshit. Delay tactics. That's like my last ex. Everybody told me, make her sell the house, you know. Make her sell the house. I was like, why? I just want out. Well, Mrs. M, fingers crossed. I hope everything all winds down. Yeah, I hope he gets his VA money by then too. Then you guys can just sit back and not have to worry about a bunch of bullshit. She didn't realize the goddamn delay tactics, the toll they take on everybody. Jesus. Oh! That was dumb. Well, let's... Fingers crossed the VA gives them that 100% and that'll be over and done with, and hopefully the legal problem be over and done with, and lakeside cabin. Oh, that sounds so nice. Come out in the morning, brush off your Adirondack chair, sit and look out over the lake and have your coffee. What a nice thing that would be. Gotta have Adirondack chairs, though. Like you see in all the movies. We're going up to the cottage this weekend. And then you see everybody in their Adirondack chairs sipping a cocktail. Like me with my H2O cocktail. Blech. But I'm hydrating. Man, I opened that bedroom window and the goddamn heat coming off my neighbor's driveway hit me in the face like a fist. Yeah, Linda, but she's not thinking that way. And once it's all over, she'll probably never realize what she did. Right now, she's thinking, oh, I'm getting back at him. No. She's just causing grief and aggravation and losing time out of your life you'll never get back. Right, Mrs. M, but she don't realize that the grief she's causing him, she's causing herself. Sounds like somebody that needs to be heavily medicated. Well, that's sad that she's to that point. But yeah, you're right. Once it's all over and done with, she'll still be bitching about it. Yeah, fingers crossed, yeah. Let's hope they don't lose the damn house. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, he needs that. That'd really knock her on her ass. A no contact order. Oh no! That'd put an end to a lot of bullshit. That'd really drive her to the deep end. What do you mean I can't contact him? Yeah, Linda, but it's obvious. You know, like the saying, some people can't see the forest for the trees. It's sad that things have to end up that way. But hopefully it'll get taken care of, and that'll be a worry off both of your mental capacity. When this is all over and done with, you'll need that cabin. What's Ron doing? Hiding backstage? Haven't heard no comments from him. The dog's got good hearing, huh? I always used to say if a tree fell in the woods, it would hit my car. I didn't even chance going anywhere today. A goddamn shitbox sitting in the sun. It had to be 300 degrees inside that thing. My hands would have stuck to the steering wheel. Yeah, I really didn't have to go anywhere today. My main thing was getting the air conditioner in. Then I looked at the instructions for the ceiling fan and went, not today. I really need to get that fan put up. That'd be perfect with the air conditioner and the ceiling fan going. The problem is, nothing is leaking. This is a mystery. Nothing is leaking. No broken lines. No wheel cylinders leaking. No calipers leaking. The master cylinder's not leaking. But why I was without brakes for 3 days, and then all of a sudden I get brakes again? It makes no sense. I even checked the vacuum going to the booster, thinking that maybe the goddamn booster went. No. I've got full brakes again. Hopefully the humidity will drop down, because I got the oil in the filter. I got to get that changed, and then I'm done, because I tuned it up. New cap, rotor, wires, plugs. Well, let's see. The truck is almost 30 years old, so I would say no, because about a year before I bought it, the girl that had it had all new brake lines put on. So I've had it about 5 years. So I would say about 5 years old. That's what everybody was telling me. Somehow there was an air pocket in the line, and evidently it worked itself back out, because now I've got full brakes again. My neighbor thought I was nuts driving back and forth on the driveway, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, if vapor lock can happen in fuel lines, I'm sure it could happen in brake lines. But whatever it is, it worked itself back out. Thank God. Well, I'll tell you, those bleeder screws are so rusty that I guarantee they'd break. And then I'd end up having to get rebuilt calipers and wheel cylinders and yeah, Linda, that's how I got the brakes. Remember I said I backed in the driveway and I come in a little too fast, and not thinking, I hit the brake pedal, and then all of a sudden there was brakes. So I pulled forward, stopped, backed up, stopped, pulled forward, stopped. I did that about 15 times. Then I drove around the neighborhood. So going in reverse somehow worked the bug out. That's what everybody tells me, Mrs. M. and I don't put a lot of miles on. I mean, to go up to Mark's is like 4 blocks. If I go up to Save-A-Lot, maybe 6 blocks. The farthest I drive would be to go out to my doctor. And once my neighbor gets done with the RAV4, that way I'll have a set of wheels. Maybe I'll tell him, hey, take it to the shop and give it a once over. I got to get a set of wheels first. Yeah, there was no leak whatsoever, nowhere. As I jacked it up and crawled underneath with a flashlight, and I looked front to back. And then I got inside and I pulled the carpeting back to see if maybe the master cylinder was leaking, because that'll leak inside. Yeah, don't remind me, Mrs. M. I very rarely go 5 miles from home. Like I say, the farthest I go is up to Parma on Snow Road. That's 15 minutes. So I have a real good chance of having an accident somewhere. Especially if people ignore stop signs. God, I got a stop sign right almost by my driveway. People blow through it like it don't exist. Every now and then, I go out with a lawn chair and my radar gun. That's the only way I get people to stop at the stop sign. And with Cleveland being so short-handed on police officers, they can't sit anybody here to watch them. Well, people at rush hour coming through the neighborhood, it's like there's no stop sign there. They just right through. And you stand out there and you watch them. I'll be standing in the driveway watching them blow the stop sign. I don't care. That's like, I drive so little. I only change oil once a year. I never put enough miles on. I just automatically, once a year, change the oil. I don't know how long you lived in Ohio. And this was, I want to say, back in the 70s. Remember when that trucker came down Granger Hill? And had no brakes? And I can't remember how many people got killed in that. Of course, after that, they didn't allow trucks up and down Granger Hill anymore, but he had no brakes whatsoever. I want to say it was in the 70s. Because it was in the news for weeks. Matter of fact, after the DOT got done inspecting the truck, it should have never even been on the road. Well, yeah. It was in the news for weeks. Especially after they got done doing the DOT inspection on the truck. Because they said the tractor only had like 30% brakes and the trailer only had like 20%. And he was fully loaded coming down that hill and nothing. And then they finally closed that hill to truck traffic. Although, I don't know why they ever let trucks down that hill anyway. Jesus. I hated driving that damn hill in my car, let alone an 18-wheeler. I'll have to gargle it. I think it was in the 70s. Yeah, when I had my tractor trailer, I was hauling steel coils. I had my brakes checked monthly. Especially with a 60,000-pound coil sitting in the trailer. And then came the trucker strike, and I sold it. I was like, well, somebody telling me something here. Because that strike got nasty. Man, they were sitting up in the woods along the freeways shooting windows and radiators out of trucks. And I was like, no, not for me. Because I used to haul, well, I'd haul coils out of J&L, and I hauled ingots out of Republic. Never hauled anything out of United States Steel. After I started hauling, it made sense why the guy sold me the rig so cheap. Take your life in your hands hauling that shit. I'd seen too many pictures where coils broke loose and rolled down the trailer and crushed the cab. They're like, ugh. They all made fun of me because you were supposed to triple chain. I used to quad chain. I didn't want that coil going nowhere. They're like, oh, look at him putting 4 chains on. Yeah. That thing weighs 60,000 pounds, buddy. You know, you'd look at those coils, and it was amazing when that loader would pick that thing up, and he had some kind of device that told the weight of that coil. And you'd look at that meter and go, holy shit, that don't look like no 60,000 pounds. All right, Mrs. M, thanks for popping in. Hope everything goes well. I'll be thinking about you. And the other half. God, it hasn't cooled down yet. Still 91 degrees. Jesus. Almost 9 o'clock at night. Thank God I got the air conditioner in. I'll be able to sleep very nice. You know, originally, this house had whole house air. When my buddy's niece was living here. She had a baby at the time. So my buddy had a new furnace put in and central air. Well, they ended up breaking up and moving out. And this house was empty for 5 years. And during that time, someone stole the air conditioning off the back of the house. And instead of putting another unit in, he took the money and ran. Of course, you would think he would have checked on this place on a regular basis, or had somebody checking on it. No. Then one day he showed up here and the air conditioner was gone. Although I had whole house air down the street, I very rarely used it. Rarely. I'm not a big fan of whole house air. I'd rather have the windows open and put a window unit in the bedroom. Because like right now, all the windows are open. Even the one over here. I propped the drape open so I could get some air. Because I've got them triple insulated. I forgot to change it. Yeah. I just prop it open enough to get some air through. Ceiling fans on high. And I'm comfy. I picked up yesterday something I've never tried. I usually get chunky blue cheese. I got Ken's Wisconsin blue cheese. So I'm going to put that on my salad tonight. See what the difference is. Not to mention Ken's was on sale. Actually, I think Ken's has got the best salad dressing, but it's getting a little pricey. I like to take Ken's Italian and marinate my chicken in it. I think it gives it good flavor. I should do that. I should get me some chicken breast. I haven't had chicken in a while. Although, we'll have to wait and see what I'm allowed to eat. My doctor will probably tell me, well, yeah, you can have chicken. No marinade. No skin. That's where the flavor is. Yeah, between getting yelled at by my buddy's wife, then I'll get yelled at again. And then next Sunday she'll bring it up again. I know her. Have you been watching what you've been eating? No. Then she started the shit. You want to have a heart attack? You want to have a stroke? Well, no. Then get your cholesterol down. You're going to be on pills now. Don't remind me. I'll be taking blood tests, Christ. I can see it now, every month. I knew it was going to be a little high. I didn't expect those numbers. Whoa. Yeah, I can see it coming. No Lawson's chip dip for you. No! No chip dip, no chips, no cookies, no goodies. I'll be eating cardboard with ketchup on it. God, I hope he don't take away my pizza. Oh, jeez. Now that I found that pizza at Family Dollar, I forget the name. All I know is it's good. And Family Dollar is the only one that carries it. I guess before I catch hell, I'll eat all my favorite foods. No soup for you. We'll have to stock up on Progressive lentil soup. I love that. They make the best lentil soup I've ever had. I'll never forget the one day I had, well, they had it on sale, so I had several cans. The girl at the register, she's blip, blip, blip. And then she looked at it and goes, "Oh, you eat that?" Yeah. What's wrong with it? I don't know. I just heard it don't taste good. You never tried it? Nope. Well, then how do you know until you try it? Everybody tells me. I think it's delicious. Christ, I've been eating that. My grandfather ate that. Although my grandmother used to make it from scratch. And you could never have it the first day. She'd make a big pot of lentil soup and put it in the fridge. And then slowly reheat it the next day. Because she said the first day it don't taste good. Oh, a split pea with ham. And Progresso makes split pea with bacon. I never saw split pea with bacon. So I get a couple of cans of split pea with bacon and a couple of cans of split pea with ham. And clam chowder too. New England style. I don't care for Manhattan. New England style clam chowder. Yummy. Progresso I'll tell you what, they make great soup. The whole line. I've been eating Progresso soup since I was a teenager. But their split pea, oh, it's killer. Especially with bacon. I'm not too much into chicken noodle and that. Give me the lentil, give me the split pea, and give me the clam chowder. And I'm a happy camper. Well, yeah. I mean, I've tried the, cream of chicken or regular chicken. And, I mean, they're all great. It just, I'm not a big chicken person as far as soup. And I'll tell you what, Progresso has stayed the quality year after year after year. No cutbacks, nope. They know they got a good product and they didn't screw with it. I've never tried the minestrone. Is it good? I'll have to try some. I've never tried any. I don't know why, because my aunt used to make it all the time. Maybe I should branch out and get some minestrone, get some Italian wedding soup. Maybe some cream of chicken. I'm going to put that on my list, Kathy. I've never tried it. I'm going to put it on my list. Next time I go to Mark's, I'll get a can or two. And give it a try. Because every now and then Mark's will run a sale, 2 for $5. So then I go in there and buy a shitload. See, that's another one I've never tried. My aunt used to make it. But I've never... I don't know why. I guess because my aunt drummed it into everybody's head that nobody makes Italian wedding soup better than me. Forget that canned stuff. Oh, okay. Don't hit me. I mean, she was a hell of a cook. But she was under the impression that nobody could make anything like her. Like spaghetti sauce. Oh, God. Although her spaghetti sauce was to die for. But everything from scratch with her. I can remember going grocery shopping with her, and she'd be like, "That Prego, that's garbage. That brand is garbage. None of these are real Italian." Okay, I didn't buy any. Go, your she was the same way. Nobody made soup like her. Nobody cooked like her. None of that stuff in the can or in the jar is any good. Don't even look at it. Okay, all right, I'm not. I'd be embarrassed to go shopping with her. You know, I was 10, 11 years old. We'd walk down the spaghetti aisle. She'd be yelling, "Look at that. That ain't Italian, that Prego crap." Everybody in the store would be looking at us. I made you hungry. And more salad for me tonight. Last night I started at the bottom of the bowl, a layer of pepperoni, then the lettuce, then the chopped onion, a little more lettuce, a little more pepperoni, a little more lettuce, then hard-boiled egg, avocado, a little cheese, and then the dressing. I think I'm going to have to go up and buy some more of that pepperoni before they sell it all out. God, that stuff is good. Oh my God. But you'll have some slices you could see through, and then a chunk, then some regular slices, and a chunk. It's like they just cleaned the slicer off, you know. Threw it in a bag. Here you go. Bulk pepperoni. But that big bulk bag is only $5.99. If you look at Sugardale, that little package, you know, $9.99. I'm like, what? Sad to see prices today. God damn. And the price of imported olives is like doubled. Like, geez. That's another thing I forgot, the salad olives again. I forgot to put them on the list. Nothing better than some salad olives on top of that salad. I'm doing a mixture tonight. I got the Italian blend, and then I got a pack of just shredded lettuce. I put it in the container, shook the shit out of it. Because in the bottom of the container was about maybe 2 inches of romaine. So I put the Italian blend in, I put the shredded lettuce in, and shook the shit out of that container. So that's what I'm having tonight. A triple mix of lettuce. And then I got a nice sweet onion. Slice the onion up. And I couldn't believe it. Oh my God. My hard-boiled eggs turned out perfect. Nothing like cracking them eggs and the whole shell come right off. Whoa. That happens very rarely. But what I did was I put the eggs in the pan, cold water, and then I got an electric stove. I put it on sim. And I let it go for about 20 minutes. And then I drained the hot water and filled the pan with cold water. And then just tapped each egg so that there's a little crack. And then I put the pan in the fridge. Water and all. And last night when I went to peel that first egg, wow. We'll see if the other 3 feel the same way. I only boiled 4. And I got some really nice avocados. Oh, man. I'm not big on feta cheese, Kathy. I've had it. I'm not really big on it. Every now and then I'll get some feta crumbles. But I'm really not. I usually get my blue cheese crumbles. Yeah, feta is what? Goat cheese, isn't it? You know, another cheese I absolutely love, brie. Oh God, I could eat a bucket full of brie cheese. But man, it's so goddamn expensive. Yeah, we used to have a little cheese shop. Unfortunately, the virus killed them. I don't know where they got this brie cheese from. It was to die for. Well, see, I've been switching off with my lettuce. Last week, I had romaine. So like I said, yesterday, after I made my salad, there was about 2 inches of romaine in the bottom of my container. So then I put the Italian blend, and then I put the shredded lettuce on top, and then shook the hell out of it. So tonight is going to be a myriad of lettuce. Oh, Munster and crackers. Oh, that's another one. Get some club crackers and some good Munster cheese. I could make a meal out of that. Yeah, it was sad when the cheese shop went out of business. They had cheeses from all over the world in that place. But that brie that they used to import, oh, God. Absolutely outstanding. And what I liked about them is you'd ask about a cheese, like, oh, that one there. Yeah. They had that cheese thing. Here, try it. Oh, is it good? Want some? Yeah, give me some. No, unfortunately, nothing. Like I say, I used to get a jar of imported olives, and the prices like doubled. I'm like, holy shit, this is ridiculous. That's my hydration. Done. I like these cups. Mark's had them, 4 for $1. They're nice. I didn't need them, but I couldn't pass them up. One in each color. I got a blue one, a green one, a yellow one, and a red one. 4 for $1. Uh-oh. I don't know if we're going to be able to squeak out any music tonight. I'm in that low battery warning here. Let's see if we can squeak some music out. We're going to try. I like this 1943 version. Alright, everybody. Thanks for popping in. It's been another fun show. I appreciate everybody being here. wonderful rest of your evening. Linda, I hope you get that rain to cool things off. And we will meet again right here tomorrow night. Take care, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bye-bye.